Hey, hello all, welcome back, or if you're new to the show, also a big welcome. Today, a Hobbymaster North American Sabre. This one actually is from the Skylancers, Royal Canadian Air Force, the 50s. I saw it up for sale and I thought like, hey, it looks like something that fits my collection. I have a couple of Sabres and all of them have cool colors often. So I'm curious about it's a not super old release. This is one that you can still probably get new. This one also came from Asia. But we're going to have a look at it. I think I paid now with taxes €70 for it. So it was quite a sweet deal. But we're going to open her up, see how the plane looks and if it's something you would buy. Alrighty guys, so yeah. Sabre, one that is not super old apparently. I'd still see it every once in a while on the local shops here. Especially in Mega Aviation store, I think they have still a ton of them. So box art is really standard, nothing special. The inside, and oh shit, this thing is new. Yeah, so it's still sealed up. So that's cool for me. And now I'm even feeling better about the price, because I thought it was a used model, but probably used and it was returned to the shop. So that sometimes happens. Let's have a look at what we got. So a stand, tank, the air brakes. The air brakes on the F86 are quite cool and quite useful. Same a bit like the Mk.5, quite same era also. Sorry for removing the stickers with you guys. Didn't expect it to be still shut. I'm also curious always, where do you like to buy your models? If you drop it in the comments, huh? You can also ask me. I cannot drop links in the bottom, but I can send them on email. I don't mind that. That's not a big deal for me, at least. So you have open air brakes, of course, and closed air brakes. Model looks really cool. I'm gonna put it on his wheels. I haven't had an F86 on wheels for a time. And the air brakes, these are the open ones, by the way. They're covered with a plastic sticker. It's not sticky. It's more like static holding. Now the air brakes, I know they are quite sensitive, but I'm going to try it again. It's been a while. Also to see like that there are some changes to the mold or not. The pilot we're going to try and fit in there. The open covers we're not going to use, of course. Now these things, I always like to stick them back on there. For some reason, I always like to keep things as they are. Now, getting the model out is probably going to be a bit of a hell. Now, these new white tabs that they use are a bit like an anti-slip also. And it's a pain in the butt to get things out with that. I hope this one has a bit more play. This one actually is super easy. So that's really cool. Now, let's get everything aside so I can show you guys the model. So one thing that I want to tell you all with the F86 Sabres, really pay attention to these little pitotes. Yes, you can replace them. Yes, sometimes you're lucky and you can get them, especially with a new model. But don't take that gamble. These things are way too weak. It's now under my finger here, and I'm going to point out it with a pen. Be careful with this little fucker. It will break. Same with the tail wings, also very sensitive. They are from a light plastic, really skinny. The frame install is really skinny. Don't recommend. But for the rest, front intake details are very boring and inaccurate. The rear is quite okay, even the tail back. I think there was the radio, I'm not 100% sure. Has two blind plugs in it. So I had a plug these empty, so then usually goes rockets in there or bombs. In this case, they plugged it. What I do like is that the gas tanks that will come here in a sec, they have the actually intake points. The cover is not in there for the stand. I'm curious if it's somewhere in one of the bags, probably is, but we'll find it. And then the front landing gear part, it's just base silver, and that's just like the rear. As for paint, looks really good. Nothing too shabby, I have to say. The mold also looks quite okay still. The colors look a bit like the one from Germany and so on, but then again, it was a common color in that time frame. As for letters, really nicely done. Even the small warning details are quite good. The Canadian logos, yeah, nice. Nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. We'll do the full install and get back to you in a sec. Alrighty guys, so I have to say that was a very smooth install, especially air brakes. Pilot looks quite, by the way, really cool, and the details in the cockpit also, I almost forgot. As for tanks, a really nice fit. The wheels and also the tension on the brakes here, really nice. So yeah, there you have it. Again, a finished model, the Lancers one this time. I have to say, the Hobbymaster did a good job here again. So you have a very nice detailed paint job, nice molding, still in good shape. Although you think about how old this mold is, and that also Corgi has a similar mold. This one is doing still very excellent. So yeah, also a nice one to add to your collection. For sure, recommendation. Nice little plane. But I have to say, not many of Hobbymaster will not make my recommendation, because Hobbymaster spends a lot of time on detail here. And also still a bit in the affordable range for some reason, versus other more expensive brands that make less. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Especially the subscribing always helps me. Also feel free to drop a comment if you would buy something like this, or if you have an alternative that you would like to buy from the most recent deliveries, let's say. Take care, stay safe, and hope to see you next time.